All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rome and Steph Speaks podcast. I'm Steph, and here we got Rome, of course. We're in a new location, as you can see. We are somewhere in the world with a really nice view.
Hey man, always switch it up. Gotta keep them guessing.
Keep them guessing. It's a nice view of the bridge. I guess I can say that. It's a cool little spot. But I don't know where we gonna start off with this one. I guess we didn't talk much about sports in the last podcast.
I gotta tell you, bro, I'm sick of talking about sports.
Are you?
Like, not even like just podcast wise, but like, I'm sick of talking about sports like in general.
Really? Because like debates ain't going nowhere, huh?
I just feel like at this point, bro, you could use facts in sports, but I feel like sports is like trying to judge somebody's looks or like try to judge the taste of something. Like at the end of the day, you got your opinion. It don't matter what I say. What sound logical to me, no nothing. Like
that's interesting.
It is what it is. Then on top of that, bro, I hate how like as black people, it's damn near a narrative, bro, that like sports is borderline the only shit we talk about or the only way
we can make it out.
We can be a serious part of the discussion. You feel me?
And then when they speak in sports, it's like how the lady did to LeBron, like shut up and dribble type shit. Like don't bring politics into sports. But I mean, I don't know.
Have you seen that movie? What is that movie called? You know when the black people take over the police station?
Nah.
I gotta look it up.
It's a sports movie?
Nah. But I'm finna make a reference to the sports thing. Let me look up.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess I can see that as far as the sports and things like that, how people get, yeah, I guess I kind of get bored of it too. Not bored of it, but hearing like Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, like debates don't be going nowhere
like
sometimes.
Like Skip, for instance, right?
Yeah.
Skip's just a hater, bro.
A LeBron or just in general?
Like, he just a hater, especially LeBron, but he just a hater, bro. And it's almost like he gets paid to go on TV and say ridiculous things.
Yeah.
For people to turn around and debate about the ridiculous shit he says, even though there's no debate. Okay, I found the movie. So, American Skin.
Americans. I heard about that movie.
You know, it got like Omari Hardwick in it and a few other people, right?
I heard about it.
But it's about the black father, him and his people take over the police station after the police killed his son. Essentially, what he does is put the officers who killed his son on trial, right?
I will do a spoiler alert before we continue. I haven't seen it. I don't care about how.
Nah. I'm not gonna spoil nothing per se, right?
Cause I personally don't mind.
I'm gonna try not to.
Okay.
But at the end of the movie, right? We were just watching it. My little cousin's birthday party. We just watching it. So at the end of the movie, there's a news reference to like the thing that happened in the police station. However it took place, right? And then they essentially go from speaking bad on this black father and what he did, right into praising a black man for guess what? Sports. Like the news clip goes, oh, talk about this black man, all the bad shit he did. Oh, and then boom. Well, now to talk about sports, right? And one, I think it was an image to show how they give black people 2 minutes on the news for the serious issues. Yeah. Then they got a whole section and category to cover black people who play the sports because at the end of the day, we still playing the game. It's funny. Just was talking to my cousin about she asked one of her street partners, you know, y'all talk about me slaving for the white person going to work every day, right? Do y'all feel like y'all slaving for the white person standing on the block every day?
How does those two coincide? Stand on the block for the white man, how does that go?
Think about it.
As far as them going to jail and then being slaves within the jail system?
That was my thought process of it,
okay.
Right? We would have to have her on to ask her thought process.
Okay.
But what I think she was alluding to was that even drugs themselves and the system that the drugs play a part in, and the detriment they play to the community.
Yeah, I kind of get that because I just finished Snowfall, and I finally get what the Snowfall means. In my opinion, obviously it has to deal with cocaine.
Snowfall,
and it's like a snow white, booger sugar, whatever people may call it. And I finally understood the title, and it turns out, I mean, people who haven't seen it, I don't know if this is gonna be a spoiler or not. So spoiler alert, kinda. The dude was a CIA agent, bringing drugs from, the southern hemisphere and bringing them into the States, right? And then, the crack epidemic happened, but the dude went up to Oakland to get the crack formula. I guess. So was it really the CIA government that did it? I mean, according to the movie, just purely off the movie, right?
Freeway Rick Ross claims, man, that this was a lot of his life story. But go ahead, continue.
So like, a black person made crack cocaine, right? However, the CIA brought in the cocaine, but cocaine didn't really have the effects, according to the show, as bad as the crack did, right? So like the black man Franklin made the crack, right?
Have you seen the Netflix documentary Crack?
No, I haven't seen it.
But go ahead.
Yeah, so this is just purely off this show. I don't know. I wasn't born in the 80s. What's crazy? I actually asked my mom. I just finished the series, right? My mom was a teenager in the 80s, right? 1970. So she was like, her whole 10 to 19 was in the 80s, right? So I'm like, Ma, did you ever hit the pipe? Right? She was like, hell nah. She was like, I smoked some weed, but I never touched the pipe.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's good. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know where I was really going with that tangent, but I don't like.
I mean, I do think that all of it's part of a system, because even if they brought the cocaine in for us to make it in the crack,
it was like they'll figure some shit out to make it worse.
With their cocaine.
Yeah, true.
And then too, if you look at the concept, you're taking pure cocaine and mixing it with some shit. I never made crack, so don't quote me.
I've never made crack. Never smoked it.
You mixing it with some shit to essentially make it cheaper, but yet more addictive. Mm-hmm. But if you're looking at an expensive drug and you're looking for the cheaper version, you're probably looking for the cheaper version for the communities that can't afford the expensive version.
Yeah. And then too, when he kept preaching like, it's for my people, right? And then the dude was like, yo, look out, look what this shit is doing to your people. It's like, what is he really doing for like his people? Like, I feel like
everybody's concept of who their people are different.
That's what I'm saying.
So his
it's like his family, his mom, his boy. But I always thought that when people be like, I'm doing this for my people. Like who? And then like you just said, like who are your people?
And then
you know what I'm saying.
Imagine, right?
Who are y'all?
Imagine if that might be the name of the episode. Who are your people?
Yeah, who is your people? Like,
but how can I say this? I doubt that many people outsmart the government or the powers that be. And the reason I say that is to say this.
EDD.
I would have imagined, right? I would imagine that they planned for us to destroy ourselves. So then as you think you're rebelling, that's like the greatest con, right? The greatest con is to make you think that you've gotten over on me, but at the end of the day, I've gotten over on you.
Yeah.
I just watched another documentary. What is bruh name? They got a Netflix documentary about one of the singers.
Was it the lady?
Nah, it's a dude, and they found him dead. Like they said, he was like one of the best singers, and they found him dead in the hotel room in L.A.
Oh no!
Damn, dude, I keep forgetting the names.
I gotta write this down and research and look it up while we're doing this.
Bro,
we'll just go back to the
point of me saying.
Who are your people?
The point of me bringing that up, right? Damn, and now that I forgot his name, I just forgot my train of thought.
It's good. Here we'll double back to it.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
we'll go back to like who are y'all peoples, right? Like for us, right? For like with this podcast, where I'm saying I'm gonna bring my people on with me. My people is obviously like Rome. And then I reached out to my boy Vernon, my boy Steven, my boy Gabe. His name is Smooths on Instagram. He makes music and stuff like that. But like, those are my people. But really, my people is, as far as the podcast is like you, right?
Right.
Rome, for the people who don't know, right? For you. And that's it. As far as like I'm bringing my people with me. But as far as like success, if we like blow up or some shit, become like millionaires, right? Or multi-millionaires off this shit, we get our own show on a type of network and things like that. We start getting paid a significant amount of money. Then that's when we got to start bringing like more.
Be nice, wouldn't it?
It would be lovely, right? And that's when we start bringing on more people. But then as the bigger you get, you got to figure out like who's the right people to really bring around you.
So I want to touch on that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we just talked about that pre-podcast, so I want to touch on a few things I brought up. But before that, the idea that I was about to speak on was Sam Cooke.
Sam Cooke?
Yeah. So I just watched a little documentary on him too, right? And the thing,
why your shit so high like that?
The thing I was saying about the greatest
I'll turn
con,
this up probably.
That, the greatest con is to make people think they doing something, they getting over, they winning in a situation, but really, you getting over. You feel what I'm saying? And so, Sam Cooke had a manager.
Yeah.
The manager, Sam Cooke, ended up and basically was able to structure his own record label because he was trying to be on some black empowerment shit, bring powerful black people together.
Didn't he have a movie when he threw the chick's dog out the window?
Oh, I don't know.
It was played by one of those brothers who he played Rashad Tate in the Empower. Like one of his brothers played. They played some singer. I don't know if it was Sam Cooke.
I don't know.
I think it was Sammy Davis. I don't know. But go ahead. My bad. My bad.
But
go
point
ahead.
is this, bro. So
I think it was shit. Go ahead.
Like point is this. So I'm watching, right, and so I guess his manager had wrote the contract to where Sam Cooke was like the CEO of this new record label.
Yeah.
And the manager was a position under him.
Mm-hmm.
But the manager actually owned the record label.
So it just said that Sam Cooke was a...
For me, but whole time, he was able to con Sam Cooke till they say 1 week or whatever. Sam Cooke was so sick, he had ended up actually being off the road for 2 weeks at home sick. And he had read his contracts and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And like he was about to go confront his manager, and then he didn't survive the weekend. Mm. Like he was going, you feel me? So that's my point about the greatest con. Now, to your point about who are your people and how you elevate with people as you get better, I think what ends up happening, bro, is like this weird society of like gauging what success is and what losses are, what wins are, what losses are, right? Mm-hmm. One, you have to understand for there to be winners, there has to be losers. It's a weird thing, but it is what it is. And then
everybody can't win, man.
Everybody wants to engage with you once you're one of those people in the room, quote unquote, right? But nobody wants to be the person who opens that door for you to get in the room. No matter how long they known you, no matter that's
when like the shout outs was a thing, I guess.
They're very picky about the people they want to let into whatever room they in, because they're trying to protect this secret society. Because if everybody wins, there's really no winners if there's no losers.
As far like the GameStop shit, niggas was making money off GameStop, and one day like I have a homie. He made $700 just off just hopping on the wave, like last minute. So if he made $700 last minute,
right?
Imagine if the people like knew about it or something, like yo, or like had some type of insight, like hey, looking at these, they might go up. You know what I'm saying? Like people are now doing that with stocks, but it's rare because like Bitcoin, right? Niggas knew about Bitcoin in 2013. People was trading Bitcoin via video games.
Right.
Like, hey, bro, I give you 1,000 Bitcoin. I give you 2,000 Bitcoin if you share me this video game, you know.
Right.
But little do they know, 7 to 8, well, really like 6 to 8 years later, them niggas was trading millions back in the day. But the thing is, you don't know. But like just to be up,
it wasn't millions at the time.
It wasn't, but now it is. But just knowing what Bitcoin even was, and you knew it was some type of stock or some
being
shit.
On the wave, being involved in that conversation,
exactly.
For sure.
Just being in it, like, you know.
And that's what I mean. They're very picky about who they let in the door. So it's like, but I think when you make it to a certain point, you want to try to weed out the bad people of your circle.
Yeah.
But sometimes in trying to weed out bad people in your circle, you weed out good people, and you might let a bad person sneak in.
Yeah.
Just depending on, like, as a man, you might weed out your homeboy because, like, right now he don't seem to be as useful, even though he may have hella potential.
Yeah.
But you might let a female in because you might be blinded by her beauty or whatever, or somebody she's associated with and trying to get close to them. So you let her in your circle, and she could be more detrimental to the circle, you know.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna keep referring back to the podcast, right? But like how you and I, like how I brought like you, right? I don't say I brought you in or nothing. You just wanted to. I was like, I'm gonna just invite you to just be like a co-host with me, right? There's no contract or nothing like that, but we definitely got to figure all that stuff out. We got to patent our shit and everything like that. We got to get to it, but. Like, I could have easily just teamed up with some random person and be like, all right, let's do this podcast. We'll have meetings and things like that. We'll push the podcast forward, which is no problem with that. But knowing like you for years, knowing we got the same group of friends and all that from the same area, work together and all that good stuff, it was easy to make a decision, right? I didn't want to go to like my friend's friend who also want to do a podcast. Right. And they're like, all right, well, let's do one together. And then he or she want to focus on this, and then he or she want to focus on that, and then it's all bad. So, you know, it's nothing wrong with bringing your friends in, like how we were talking about earlier, like how LeBron James brought his folks with him with the movie. What is it called? More Than a Game. Right. All them. He don't only want to make it to the league. I think one other dude made it to a D1, but you know he obviously wasn't LeBron. And I think other people became just like regular coaches and shit like that, right? But LeBron didn't forget about him because it's like you can't. I always tell people too, like don't forget where you really came from for real. Like people get that shit misconstrued. Like I be seeing like rappers and things like that with their friends, right? Well, like, bro, you just met so and so because of a music video.
Cool with him because of y'all both rappers.
Yeah, y'all both rappers.
But like I say, they in the room now.
Yeah, they in the room.
So it's a different conversation once you're in that room.
Yeah, like I would still bring, like I would bring you. I'll bring all my homies with me. Like if I'm going somewhere, I asked my mom, like, Mom, would you be my manager of me and Rome, like blow up? Yeah. She was like, nah, but I could be your mom. Like I'm gonna tell you right from wrong. But I want my mom to be my manager. Like she know me more than anybody. She majored in business. She know the numbers. She like ran. She was an organizer, a supervisor, and shit like that.
You know, bro.
So I'm not gonna just get some dude, some white dude. Like, hey, I'll help you out. I'll read everything for you in X, Y, and Z. Like, nah, bro, I'm good.
Side note: everything going on with my mom right now, bro. Yeah. I just always reflect on positive times where we wasn't going through so many dark days. You feel me? But keep my family in prayer or whatever.
Please.
Whatever it is y'all do, you feel me? We trying to hold it down. One, I want to thank you, bro, for mentioning getting business done, like trademarking and locking down our own ownership, even if we got 2 listeners, 20 listeners, or 200 listeners, because it's a picture of things to come and making sure that when we do have an opportunity, nobody has the opportunity to take advantage of us. Yeah. Adding to that, nigga, people want our shirts. Like,
yo, we gonna get them shirts. We don't got the shirts on now, but after we made the podcast and showed people, like, yo, we got these shirts, the shirts is gonna come. And we really appreciate everybody. First of all, I wrote just an appreciation note right now. We appreciate everybody for listening, fucking with the video podcast. Whatever that was cool. We go get better with the animated shit. We just 2 dudes doing this for fun and for the love. But the shirts is gonna come. We go have that soon. I don't know when. I hate. I always hate it when people be like, "Yo, this coming soon," or "I'm coming home soon." No. We go try our best though to make that shit happen. Cause
you gotta tell Steph, man.
Yeah.
We gonna put a date on it.
We gotta put. I'll say within the not this part. My bad to interrupt. Not this one, but not the next one, but the one after that one. We'll probably have a date because the shirt really doesn't. It wasn't that hard to make.
We do smart goals, right?
Yeah, we do smart goals, not speedy goals. We want to make sure everything is right and make sure the price and quality is right. I thought the quality was pretty good. I thought it was cool.
Quality was cool.
I didn't mind it.
Nah, bro, for real. I get what you mean about hating when people don't put dates to things. But when I say smart goals, see, I literally do this shit to try to tell y'all shit that I've learned throughout life. I learn shit from people through conversation, through interaction, through observing. You know what I mean? I just want to give. And so smart, when I say that, I mean specific, measurable, obtainable, relevant, and time-based. So, when your goals touch all 5 of those things, they become easier to reach.
That's in your notes?
No, I just...
that's off the top?
I know what it means.
Oh, okay.
I know what it means.
Hey, damn.
But, feel me? I just had to Google it to make sure I use the exact words. You know how, in school, they teach you some shit, then they be like, now, use it in your own words.
Yeah.
I learned this in school, but not, in class. But that's, specific.
You learned it in school, but not. Oh, just by just learning from your surroundings.
No, it was shared with me.
Oh.
From somebody, but it wasn't in a class setting.
Okay,
it may have been, but if it was an elective class or something. But I think it was just shared with me, from a friend or a teacher or something like that. But obviously, specific meaning, you say I'm gonna sell 50, or some shit You say exactly what you're going to do, specifically. Measurable is the number part, being 50. Attainable is something you actually think you could do, make 100,000 before you make 1 million.
Yeah. And my real quick to sneak in here, my goal for us this year was to try to get 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube, and I said that to this gentleman that comes in to help us, Brother Mo. He has a candle business actually, so if you guys want to tap in with his candles. I don't know his IG or nothing, but he makes candles. I'll get his stuff for the next one. But anyway, damn, what was I saying? What was I going?
You shared the goal with Brother.
Yeah, I shared the goal with Brother Mo. He was like 1,000. He was like, that's modest. And I was like, that's kind of light, right? And I was like, well, I want to be realistic. Even when I started this off myself, I was like, I want to have 5,000 listeners total, actually. So all the podcasts together, I want to have 5,000 total with the same goal as 1,000, subscribers.
It's funny, bro.
And things like that.
I don't know. I watched the video for myself, to hear it, but I couldn't even tell you where the views was last time I looked. And then you have the actual podcast.
I got the actual shit, phone. So you can actually look.
I don't know how many people listen, but this shit feels so good to me that I would do it for 5 listeners.
No, it feels great, bro. I'm doing it just
No, I'm just saying.
I'm saying,
love it. I never looked at those numbers, but I'm not that type of guy. On Instagram, I do not look at my story and see who views it.
Yeah.
I don't go down the list.
Do you want to look at these real quick?
Sometimes, I will look. I'm not against looking.
Okay.
But I have not. But I don't look.
Okay.
I don't make it a point to check, but I'm not against checking.
Mm-hmm. Well, right now, this is our total of all time. I think that's pretty cool. And right here, that's what we got with the friends. People fuck with the friends with benefits one. And the layup or dash, that's the one Elijah gave us the title.
The Friends with Benefit one is the one that I got the most critique about.
Oh, yeah?
If I'm not mistaken, but go ahead.
Yeah, but so this is our shit right here. It's cool.
Wait, I thought you said that the one, let me see.
So what it does, it shows you.
Top 10 in the last 30 days.
Last 30 days. I don't know how to look at it all time. I don't know how to look at it all the time.
Oh, okay.
But and then we're gonna create a.
So in the last 30 days, friends with benefits went up. Okay. Okay. Nah, I ain't gonna say I don't like the numbers. I just say that I don't focus on them. That
Yeah, no, that's good that we don't, right? I just look at them because it's on the app, so I just like look, and then we just like,
and then
but,
it's cool too that Stephen has that information, so I don't feel pressed to look because it ain't even on my phone.
Yeah, I just look because it's just like, all right, that's cool and stuff like that, but but it's cool, it's dope. I fuck with this shit, right? Even that, like I was going, like I did it in my room. Like listen to the first few parts. I did it in my room, drunk as shit to the neck, like fuck it, kept dropping shit. And the thing is, but like with this, what people want us to do is be more consistent, which is great because people want to hear us.
We've been starting that though. We really do one a week now.
So we do.
We pretty much shoot Wednesday or Thursday. And we're going to drop like Friday.
And then now that we got the video, like we can do snippets and cuts and then we release the whole thing and shit like that.
Okay, bro. So.
But yeah, but that's enough for our little rant right there.
All right, so based on what we was talking about.
But appreciate everybody.
Definitely appreciate everybody. I don't care who everybody is, what you do. But like, it make me smile for people to be like, bro, I listen to your podcast. I swear to God, I ain't even gonna lie to you, y'all, and I've been stressed out like to the max, bro. But that makes me smile. But so back to what we was talking about, or more. Let's dive deeper into what we was talking about like basically how do you determine who your people are?
Yeah.
How do you determine what you feel people are entitled from you?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, or whatever. So, to you, what's the differences between family, friend, associate?
Family, friend. So a family friend and an associate.
Family, friend, or associate.
An associate. Okay, 3 different.
No, because some people, right? Like to me, bro.
So real quick for me, right? So if we go, let's do family first, right? Family is obviously your bloodline, right? But then sometimes family can exceed your bloodline, right?
That's what I was about to say. Go
like,
ahead.
Cause let's just never been in the street, right? But I got people who has been in that life, right? They family is what? They hammer and the people they're around with on the block, right?
Hey man, I go. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. But that could be one way. But then obviously you got your bloodline. Your brothers, sisters, auntie, uncle, mom, dad, grandfather, grandmother, all that, auntie, uncle. I don't know if I said that already. Godchildren and things like that. Children. I don't have any, so I didn't. But and then like them, right? But then you got your family, who's like a family friend, right? We go towards a friend, right? But we got your family friend now, like my boy Zolt, right? We grew up 5 houses from each other, right? So he came to my house all the time, right? I don't know if this is going to be TMI, but who cares? The podcast, that's what we do. But my grandmother, right, she used to use the bathroom sometimes with the door open, right? It's her house. She older and hella shit, so she do whatever the fuck she want, right? Black woman bought a house in San Francisco, single mother by herself, right? So she used the bathroom with the door open. Niggas didn't even care. We be in that shit like, all right, mom, just on the toilet or whatever, right? And Zolt, my boy, like I'm saying, he would come to the house, just come in, and just talk to him, and he would just sit down and just talk to her, but obviously not look. But he'll be having a conversation with her while she in the bathroom, like, oh yeah, whoop. So that's like my family friend, right? My boy Zoe, and then you got like AJ in Uganda, like who came to my house, who gave me presents for Christmas and things like that. Like Uganda gave me, he was the first friend I really had to give me a gift for Christmas. It was an Obey gray and black snapback, right? My cousin ended up writing all over it, right? It's all good though. So that's my boy. And then you got like your friends, right? Like people I went to like college and shit with, right? Like my boy Nathan Jones, right? Garrick and Liz. They just all text me today because Garrick is doing this thing.
If y'all can't tell, this is a podcast obviously about your people.
Yeah.
So that's gonna end up being us dropping some names and letting people.
Oh yeah, no. And by the way, with that too, I'm glad you said that. I asked people.
Yeah. For sure.
I didn't ask Nathan, Garrick, or Liz yet though, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind me dropping because it's about my boy Garrick's. He had something going on with his grad school thing, so he wanted to get everybody close together and things like that through these trial times. So so those are like friends. I'll say like my college homies. Like, I can see them, like, yo, what's up, bro? Like, you know, see them out, buy them a drink, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But I ain't gonna go to their house with their mom and kick it with their mom and shit like that. And then you got, like, associates, right? Like, people you work with. This is all in my opinion, right? People you work with, like at first, Kev was my associate. Then he became, like, a family friend, right? I'm a friend. Mm-hmm. But he was my associate, like, all right, bro, we just work together. I don't know what you be on. You be on your thing, I'll be on mine. We go keep it that way. Like, I hit you in the morning, X, Y, and Z. Like, all right, bro, be smooth, catch you. Like, we'll text, like, if some shit going on. Or if we got an assignment due in class, I'll hit you for the assignment. All right, cool, thanks, and leave it at that. It ain't no like, hey, bro, you trying to smoke after class or nothing like that? It's like, nah, this shit strictly business.
The year we worked together, we definitely smoked together. But
man, what? It was in the mountains smoking, nigga.
We was youngsters though, youngsters.
Nigga, mountain. I still got that picture. I think it's on my gram, but nigga, we was up there.
Youngsters.
That's that was cool. That's when That's when I found out like, oh, Steph really the homie. I was like, nigga, y'all
Steph
smoke, bro.
Really our supervisor, bro. And we're supposed to, baby.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna say what job this was. No, but yeah, but that's my little spiel right there. I don't know if you elaborate off that.
Thing, right? I would say that most people in my life are associates, and y'all might not like to hear that, but it is what it is. Like, I know I play a role for people that's beneficial. You feel me? And they play a role that's I don't necessarily want to say equally, but beneficial as well. And I know that at the extent that these relationships are no longer beneficial, you feel me? And mostly with these associates, it's tangible things. Like us being friends, like I damn near consider you family. Like, you my bro.
It was on that boat. Like you said, I was on that boat.
You my bro. Like, I feel like, so with that, the benefits of our relationship may not always be tangible, but I feel like there's always benefits, because even talking to you may keep me at a level head or just make me feel better. As opposed to there's some people that, like, if they don't bring tangible things to the table, then, like, it don't be nothing to talk about.
I hope you don't mind, but, like, you had a situation not too long ago, right? And I was like, bruh, don't do it. We're not going to talk.
Yeah. No, for sure.
So, I was like, don't do it.
So, I mean...
He didn't do it, by the way.
So you got to understand, bro, like, for me, it's just kind of like, it's Manny, bro. Like, people think I'm hella popular or hella social, but, like, if I was being honest with y'all, I would identify myself as, like, a socially awkward introvert. Like, because, like, I can talk to people. I'm semi-good at it, but it's not what I prefer to do. And I generally don't like that many people. Like, so I could talk to you, but I'm talking about what we talking about, then I'm keeping it pushing. Like you said, work. When we work together, I ain't talk to everybody the same way I talk to you and Kev. Like, feel me?
No, go ahead.
The way I talk to you and Kev, like, was different because we had a different relationship. These other people were, like, work people. Like, cool enough to play a work role, and then boom. I mean, but, like, Jason too. Like, Jason, like, we cool. Like, chop it up with him. Like,
I think over time,
been on vacation with him and whatnot,
Oh, yeah, I did go to Vegas, huh?
Yeah, come on, me and Jason. Jason be like, bro, you ain't gonna come out. Nah, Jason, I'm gonna do it. But, like, you feel me? Like, so most people end up being associates. Or, like, for instance, like if I'm in a relationship or something, right? Like, then you would be able to tell, like that person's people are their people. You know what I'm saying? They not my people. Your sister is your sister. Your sister got your back. I understand that. Or your cousin, your mama, your whatever.
Yeah.
But my family, same way. So, like, but like my cousins know. Like, I look at my cousins as like damn near my siblings. Granted, I got my siblings, like, which TT and Aisha, Ray, Quan and Ray, like they all. Feel me?
A lot of Rays.
It's a lot of like Rays and Shans. It gets hectic, man, on the Jones side. But I got those siblings.
They show respect to me. They show love to me on your birthday. I don't know who bro was. Light skin bro. Bro bought me a few drinks. And I was like, bro, let me buy you one. He's like, nah, bro, it's good. He's like, you fuck with Rome. I was like, all right, for sure.
That sound like
I forgot who.
that sound like Trail.
I gotta see the photo.
Like Trail.
I gotta see
I'm
the.
gonna show you a picture, but that sound like Trail because
he was cool. I was like.
That's some Trail shit because he's a baller.
You know, I tried to like be like I ain't gonna lie, I tried to be like everybody else. Like, but you know, they pull out the cash, I put out the card. And I was like,
I look up to Trail. That's my dog.
I was like, so
that's my real dog.
I was like, and he was like, nah, bro, it's good. I was like, all right, I had to go upstairs to buy my own shit.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I really looked like I still think he hella cool, but I really looked up to him as a kid. Like I used to be like, I'm gonna be like him. Like
let me see. I think maybe I gotta see his face. But he was the homie. But by the way, too.
Damn, he don't even. Mind you, the one picture I have of him in here, he's hitting a bottle, so you can't really see his face.
And then, mind you, too. Let me just put this on Front Street. Rome Yacht Party was the shit. I just wish it was in the daytime to see where the fuck we was going, because it was dark as shit the whole time.
So it's so crazy.
That shit was cool.
I had a ball in that yacht, and I was like, man, I should have saved my money.
I had a ball.
What I was saying about family and friends is like my cousins, like all my cousins that's in group chats with me, they know how close I am to them. Obviously, like, so that includes Raina and like all of my Uncle Cope's kids, Jade, Ryan, Cole. You feel me?
Shit was lit, bro. Shit was lit.
And like, I don't know. I ain't gonna name all of y'all. Even though we just named other people, I can see here.
Name the cousin who fucks. You said fucks with the. I mean, all of them.
Renee. That's Renee.
Yeah. Okay.
Renee fucks with the podcast tough, but I think the other
What's
ones.
up?
I think the other ones in the group chat do too. Like,
okay.
Pumpkin always be like, maybe she don't want me call her Pumpkin. I don't know what y'all call her, but my cousin Pumpkin, like. She be telling me, like, I'm an episode behind. Then my cousin Jerica is the one who got me the other mic.
Now we used it.
We did use it?
No.
Because, see, we was having trouble.
Oh, so we was having troubles. We tried to. We tried.
So.
Yeah, I don't know how we would do that.
So we going to figure it out.
I guess we'll just.
But, you know, so they rock on me, obviously.
I'll get another one.
We did the. This was all over Secret Santa. Mind you, she made everybody cry in the Secret Santa. Very messy. Very messy. Not a big crier. But, like, all of them cousins, like, they know I fuck with them. And so, like, my cousins know that I treat them like siblings. But that's, like, the bulk of my family. And then, obviously, I have my parents. But my mom is not in the best condition right now. She's not doing that well. And, like, Renee's family, her mom, her grandmother, and Pumpkin, who's her little sister, like, they already know. They have to, like, take me in. That's who house I'll be at on the holidays or whatever. But other than that family, I don't have many friends. Like, outside of, like, Kevin for sure. We was, like, hella close in high school. And then I got my other dudes I hung out with in high school, EK and them and Dave. And unfortunately, R.I.P. Savion. Boom. So those are my friends, like, in school. But since being grown, we don't talk that much. We live very different lives. And then now, only two people I really talk to from school is like Tanasia and Classy. And then I talk to you and Dev. And then I talk to Kev. And that's pretty much it. And then I talk to Jade too, but
Jade, keep the circle small, as they say.
Yeah, but after that, I don't talk to nobody on a regular basis outside of them, my cousins. So then everybody else I feel like is damn near an associate. When I need something or whatever, you feel me? I'm hitting them up, or they need me, they hit me up. Which, like, I know who I am in people's lives, so I don't feel used because you use me for the shit I'm good at. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you call me to sell your house, I'm not going to feel used. Or, like, if I'm your friend with a car and you in a bad way, I don't feel used. I didn't mention Mike, but hopefully me and Mike will be great business partners in the future, and we working on some shit, so... I love talking to him too, because Mike has the ambitions to be just as rich as me. But, I mean, you know, I don't know. I guess I'm just like, I'm damn near kind of mean. Like, I'm not mean.
I don't know if you mean, but I think it's, see, I think people, this is what we could go to now, right, where people get being blunt and mean confused, right? Mm-hmm. I got no problem with people being blunt to me, right? Because I did communications in college, so I was critiqued a lot. Yeah. And then my mom don't hold her tongue. Yeah. My dad don't hold his. Because, you know, he a jokester. Especially you get a little alcohol in this system. He finna roast the shit out of you, right? And I'm his own goddamn son. So you roasting the shit out of me.
Kev hates when his dad does that to him.
He hates it, but Kev want to roast everybody else. I mean, that's something Kev got to deal with. But anyway.
Let's talk about it, Kev. Let's talk about it.
You got to talk about that, Kev. Therapy. But nah. So you feel me? So I got no problem with people being blunt.
You know, it's funny. I come from a very tough family. So, and it's funny you bring up the blunt thing. Nikki said that to me the other day, who's also my dog. I fucks with her. But she said that to me the other day. People can't take you being as blunt as you are. But my dad and my mom raised me to be the way I am. Like, my dad used to always tell me, like, you got something to say, you feel me? You better say it as far as don't just let people run all over you. Mm-hmm. But what's hella weird about that is I feel like it only applied, like, outside of family. Like, okay. I feel like people in family weren't as receptive to it.
Okay.
And then, too, you got to have tough skin to be in my family. So, I can't help.
Why do you think that is, if you don't mind me asking?
Like, why do we have to have tough skin?
Yeah. Why you got to have tough skin?
Because I feel like on one hand, right, it's the whole stay in a child's place shit. But then you put children in situations that aren't children-like, but then want us to stay in a child's place. And then I think you got to have tough skin because you expose everybody to situations and then don't expect them to have opinions. And you got to understand that these are pretty outspoken people who are going to have opinions and aren't really going to pull their punches.
How old were you when your parents stopped giving you the kids menu at a restaurant? How old would you say you were?
I don't know. I probably asked, though. But I can't say that. I probably ate off the kids' menu because I'm still not really a heavy eater. I went through a stage in my life where I was a heavy eater, but I'm not really that heavy of an eater. Mm-hmm. But my brothers have always been. So, like, they used to always eat off the adult menu or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so just because I would want to look at the adult menu, because I'm the youngest, right? So you got two big brothers who, like, to you seem hella cool. And so then you're like, you want to be like
yeah, I think I stopped when I was like 10 or 11 maybe.
But I'm a basic
that shit looked good as fuck. I got tired of chicken strips and like French fries.
See, what's funny
and then you see somebody come with a steak, you hear that shit sizzling. Like,
what's funny is like I'm so hot. Basic when it comes to food. Yeah, I'm ordering the chicken for sure. I don't really.
And go get the braised short ribs.
No, cause you especially when I was a kid.
Them motherfuckers good.
When I was a kid, I grew up not eating beef and pork.
But ain't your father a caterer?
Yeah, but
I mean, shit.
Cook shit and not eat it all the time. People sell crack and don't do it all the time.
Going back.
True. Biggie said, "Don't get high on your own supply."
True shit. My homie gets high on his own supply, but it's not crack, it's weed.
They say pimps sell pussy and don't take none in that much. A tough business to be in, man, because I gotta tell you.
Pimping?
Yeah.
I've never been a
pimp. I hear
pimp.
it's a lonely business. I watch pimp interviews a lot of times in my spare time. But
profitable, I'm sure, right?
Oh yeah. They say pussy sell what is it? Pussy sells over some slick shit pimp say. Pussy sell over hot water and some shit. I don't know.
Well, I'm not a pimp. I'm not a pimp. I have no idea.
But like, pussy's gonna sell. I think sex appeal sells overall. Have you ever noticed, like, when you go into a restaurant, most people who are when you go into most businesses, most people who are like front desk people, receptionists, greeters, shit like that, mostly happen to be women. Like
bartenders and shit, right? They tip more.
They mostly happen to be women. Because, I mean,
that's what I ain't trying to go back to sports, right? It's a side note, but it's on the subject, right? Like, my homie thinks Jimmy G would have been done as a quarterback if he was ugly. I was like,
I could say if he was black,
been out of there a long time ago. Look what they did to Dwayne Haskins.
But I mean,
well, that's his fault for not wearing.
Sex sells though, and sex sells, and so you. Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah,
I
don't think porn going anywhere.
If I was running a business, and it was statistically proven, I don't know if it is or not, but if it was statistically proven that having a woman at the front desk makes you more money, I would put a woman at the front desk. I just would. I'm just telling you the truth.
Yeah.
Men come off a bit more aggressive and like less welcoming. Women have a very like welcoming spirit most of the time. So even if it's not like
you think it's the motherly,
even if it's not like a sexual attraction, it'd be like
it just feels easier to talk to.
Yeah.
Or she, not it. I shouldn't say it. They.
Yeah.
Easier to talk to.
Like there's this woman at my dentist, right? And like I don't necessarily know what she does there, but I don't want to go to the dentist if she's not there. Like she held my hand.
Oh, hold on, I don't know if it's flashing because of shit.
Might be bad. She held my hand when I got my wisdom tooth pulled. And anybody who knows me knows the wisdom tooth was like the worst experience. I done had spine surgery, foot surgery, then fractured my back, like been through a lot. But getting my tooth pulled, almost the death of me.
I never heard your wisdom. Never got my wisdom teeth pulled. I got gaps.
You're a lucky man.
So I got gaps and never had braces. So, you know what's crazy? I had a cavity in my wisdom tooth before.
Ooh.
But you know what? It wasn't that bad. And right when I had my shit, the dentist lady was like a brand new. She was like somebody looking to hire, right? So she was like, "Ooh, he has a cavity in his wisdom tooth." She was like, "Those are rare to come by." She was like, "Can I get it?" And I was like, "What?" And then I was like looking, and the lady, the dentist lady, who's dope, right? I looked at. She was like, "Nah, I think I'll get this one," and she handled it for me. So I was like, "Whew, sure." I don't know, cause she was.
I love to help someone learn, man. I go to UCSF, right? Not for dental work, but for medical work. But like when they say, you know, they're a teaching hospital is what they always say. And they're like, is it okay if this student sits in? And I'm always like, yeah. Tell them all my problems, right? One person you don't like to is the doctor. And I love, like, if I can help somebody learn, cool, man. Like, I want to do that.
One person you don't like to is the doctor. That's a good one. That's true as shit.
I'm not to the doctor. I'm telling the doctor the truth. You go in there, the doctor said, how many partners you had this year? If you had 10, you say 10. I'm not finna lie to you. Let me know what's going on. Or how bad do it hurt? I'm not finna, it only hurt a 2 and it hurt a 6. No. I'm finna tell you, it's killing me. Come on. Like, I gotta do something.
Gotta do something. I know I'm about to turn 26, so I gotta go to the doctors, the dentist, eye doctor, get all that shit checked out on my parents' insurance before I do that shit on mine. So I actually gotta tap in with my doctor. So
26, man. How does it feel? What do you feel like your goal is before 30?
I want to buy a condo or buy a house. I want to own something outside of my car. I mean, I guess we own this, but you know, I'm not trying to be at mom's house forever. Although I wouldn't mind it because, you know, I got no problem living with my mom. That's another thing too, right? I think I said this in way previous podcasts, but now that I got somebody here to help me out with it, who actually lives on their own, I got no problem living with my mom and my brothers.
I'm younger than you, bro, but let me tell you, it's no reason to rush.
Yeah, because I only say that because that's my mama. Like, my mom understand me. She know what time it is, and she see what I'm trying to do and trying to go, right? Like, why would I not? And why would I not help my mom? I'd rather give my mom $1,500 a month than give a random person $1,500 a month to only be there for a 6 to 12 month lease.
I feel like there was a lot of times my mom couldn't stand me, and a lot of times vice versa that I felt the same.
That's crazy. I mean, everybody's different, right? Like, my mom, she know what time it is.
But now in
the
go ahead. In situations we're in now, I wish I was still living with my mom and she was cooking a few more meals.
Because you really never know. And then, too, my mom told me, as long as you in school, you ain't got to pay rent. Nigga, till this day.
He's riding the school.
I am riding the school thing hot, and I finish in December. So I got to be like, oh, shit. As you can see where I go. I'm sure they'll be able to see this on camera. But, go Dons. But, yeah, bro, I'm staying at the crib. And because me staying at the crib, I'm able to do shit, right?
Flexibility.
I can go to Vegas. I can take I just took a road trip not too long ago, bro. I'm talking about sporadic, bro. Like, you know what? I'm finna drive to Utah.
You know, I'm personally not.
I drove to Utah on some bullshit. Damn, I don't know this shit finna die soon or what, but that motherfucking flashing like it is.
I'm not such a sporadic person, but maybe I'll try a little more of that this year.
Bro, got to. I don't know if we should end this or not. But
yeah, come on, let's wrap up. If
the wrap it up. I don't know if the camera finna die or not, but I'm sure it might.
I think last week we went 10 minutes over an hour. This week we'll go 10 minutes.
But remember, I don't know. It was full battery, but I'm sure we can make it to an hour. But I don't know. But or we could just go till it die like it did last time.
We can do.
Be very unprofessional.
We can do lasting thoughts.
Thoughts for sure.
What's
what's
going with you from this conversation?
You know, but just real quick going back, 26, can't wait. Birthday's coming up. I'm a Taurus. I just keep saying before, not stubborn. I'm about to go to therapy, bro. Work some things out. Hopefully we can get our lives situated and we can move forward into the relationship that I'm in. So it'll be great.
I like that for you, Steph.
Yeah.
I'll personally probably never go back to therapy, but
you went to therapy?
I like that for you. Yeah, I'm a kid who's been through a lot of trauma. My brother got killed when I was 10. I was born with a physical disability. My mom's been in the federal prison. A lot of like abuse, physical and like drug abuse around me. Mm-hmm. I had another brother who went to prison when I was like 8.
How old were you?
In therapy?
Yeah.
First time I ever talked to somebody, maybe like 6th grade. I think they wanted me to talk to somebody in like 5th grade or 4th grade, but I didn't.
How long did you do it for?
But like, talked to somebody in 6th grade, didn't talk to nobody again until like 10th or 11th grade. So you know how I be on like Instagram talking like I'm borderline suicidal? Mm-hmm. I used to do the same thing like when I was in high school. And I don't know who used to do this, but somebody I went to school with used to tell the wellness center people that they thought I was suicidal. I promise y'all, I'm not suicidal. One, if I was ever going to kill myself, I'd just walk up to the bridge and jump off. I wouldn't tell y'all.
Damn.
You know, like I wouldn't want you to stop me. I'd just do it. But 2, I'd probably be homicidal way before I was suicidal. Like if I was mad at somebody for something, I'd kill them before I killed myself. If I was that mad to kill them. Obviously, I like to think that I'm a pretty even kill person. I don't get too high or too low about anything. And most likely would never have to kill anyone unless there was an active threat against my life. And I'm not the police, so I'd be a good judge of that. You know, I reserve judgment pretty well. But I used to do the same thing in high school. And so the Wellness Center people introduced me to this lady named Crystal, I believe. I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, I just assumed their gender, and I don't think they ever shared that with me. So, Crystal.
I like how you added that. That's a good thing.
And, you know,
shit,
and I spoke to them for a while. But then that's the last time I did it. I don't find it beneficial to me. I actually enjoy talking about my life with my family more than I do a stranger, just because I feel like they have a clear picture on who I am as a person.
Yeah.
You know, and like, I'm not ashamed of anything I've ever been through. If I can't share it with people around me, there was no point in going through it. You feel me? Because I'm trying to help us all grow, not just myself grow. I'm not reserving anything for myself. Anything that can help you grow, I'm willing to offer, especially if I got love for you. Sometimes I share it with people I don't even really care about, who people I care about might care about, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Fuck with it, bro. But yeah, so that's gonna be cool. But
I think I've deemed that this episode should be named "Who Are Your People?"
Who are your people? Who are y'all people? Explain to you out there watching. Who is your folks?
Yeah, man. You know, since we have a YouTube channel now, feel free to jump in the comments and leave a name.
My boys hopped in the comments. My boy Francisco in Uganda, Elijah hopped in. You know, my mom and dad hopped in, right? So I used to cuss.
I haven't read.
Yeah, so I used to cuss a lot. Still do.
I love cussing. I
started cussing at like 6-something years old. And my grandma told my mom, like, this boy is cussing like a sailor over here, right?
Cussing up a stool.
And then my mom was like, no way. Not my son.
Not my Stephen.
Not my Stephen. No way. Right? And then my grandma like, yeah, this nigga cussing. Right? And my mom heard me like, yo, you need to stop that. But I did it so much that it just became like,
oh, my family's not like that.
Acceptable.
I cuss with my parents.
Yeah.
Since I've been an adult, I didn't do it as a kid. But one time in middle school, I actually was cussing to my homeboy. But I wasn't mad at him. I was just talking. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, you know, you got to just live life. Like, you don't give a fuck, right? Mm-hmm. But I guess I had, like, pocket dialed my mom or something. So when I got in the car, she repeated it to me. And she's like, that's how you live life? But she thought it was, like, hilarious, right? Mm-hmm. But like,
I
personally love cussing.
This is when I got caught one time, right? I forgot. I was like middle school, probably like 5th grade or so. I was watching this. Remember the video of the big fat white kid? Not fat, but he was like chubby, and he slapped his mom. He was like wearing a pink shirt, and he was like, he smacked his mom. He's like, how does that feel? How do you feel, right? Like I keep telling you, I'm a mama's boy. So when I had my headphones on, so I couldn't hear shit, right? And bro, his mom, I'm like, oh shit, right? I'm downstairs, and my sister turns and looks at me, and then my mom called me. I take my headphones, like, what happened? She's like, you just cussed hella loud. I was like, oh shit, and my mom was like, you out down there cussing, woo woo. I'm like, yeah. But anyway,
not my Stephen.
And since we finna go again with the not my Stephen, right? My mom didn't find out I smoked weed until the day before my 12th grade graduation, before I graduated from high school. My mom did not know I smoked weed. And she asked me, right? I thought we were just having a civilized conversation. She was like, Stephen, do you smoke weed? I said, hell yeah, Ma. I've been smoking weed. She's like, I can't believe this.
Well, Mama,
and
you ain't got to
worry. And then Pete,
because I don't do that.
And then Pete, right? I don't smoke weed no more. But Pete, tell me why my mom sent out a mass text message about me smoking weed. And she was like, Stephen is out here following the crowd, trying to be cool, and blah, 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 blah.
That's
right?
a black mom for you.
And
one thing gonna happen with Mama, she gonna tell that.
And then, mind you, like I said, bro.
You be running the uncles for 2 years. We ain't caught up to you.
And then look, and then Pete, like I told you, I graduate tomorrow or like the day next.
So the family coming.
Yeah, no, that too. And then my godmom texts back. I love my godmom, by the way. She texts back. I was about to give him $150. I ain't finna give him that money so he can spend it on weed. She was like, I'm about to just get him some all white Air Forces. I was like, fuck, I don't wear Air Forces. I wear Converse. So I was hot.
Air Force is like $90.
I was hot.
I need that $150.
I was hot, and I was like, damn.
Oh, that's hectic.
But then after that, I was smoking tough after that. Moms couldn't tell me nothing.
In black people fashion, we said we was going to end this and still ran it up to an hour.
Well, because the camera ain't dead yet, and we ain't at an hour. Because last time we was at 2 notches, and we went, and I charged a little bit. We went to an hour, so we got a solid minute and a half. But that's just a quick little story what happened to me. But now I don't smoke weed, man. I don't drink no more outside the time I drank on my mom's birthday. Because remember I said I was going to try to be sober. But it was my mom's birthday. I asked God for forgiveness. My mom said God will forgive as long as it don't become a problem or it's not a problem. It's not a problem. So hopefully the Lord forgave me for that.
My mom don't really drink or smoke, so I'm sure she's proud of me for not really doing the same. Mm-hmm. You might catch me drink socially.
We had to force you one time to take a shot, I think.
Yeah, I'm not big on the drinking, bro.
Hey, but look, back to Rome's yacht party. That nigga was tucked.
Hey, man.
He was tucked.
We turn up every once in a while, but that's with the closest of friends.
That nigga was
Everybody tucked on that yacht is literally like family to me. It was a few plus ones that came with my family.
That nigga
but
took
I
a shot
got
with.
love for them. For
He
sure.
took a lot. He took a lot.
Long list of names, but you know.
A lot.
Who are your people? Is the question to answer. Drop a comment.
Who's your people, man?
Section.
Choose wisely.
Give somebody a shout out, man. Big on giving the flowers while they here. You feel me?
Man.
Show that love.
Who are your people? That's a good question.
What could happen tomorrow? So show that love today.
That's a good question.
Right
Who
now.
are your people? Who are your people? That's a good one. But all right, folks, we literally 7 seconds away from an hour. I'm gonna just let that shit touch an hour, just cause.
We just gonna fade out.
Fade it out with the music. By the way, the beat made by Patches Baby, aka Oscar. He made the beat for us. And yeah, so.
Shout out Big Cuz Larry June. I stopped by the boba spot today.
Oh yeah, what is it called? Honey Bear?
Honey
Bear Boba?
I believe.
Slap.
I haven't had it yet. Let me make sure I give all right names.
Mm-hmm.
It is called Honey Bear Boba.
For sure.
I stopped by today. Delicious. And Stephen loves the music.
I fuck with Larry. Appreciate it. All right, everybody. I'm Steph. Rome, and Steph Speaks out.